Day 15. Wow. We're here with Jules for your return to exercise journey. And we are going to come back to those pelvic floor quick squeezes, working on that connection to make sure fast twitch are firing when we need them to. And we're going to do this on our backs. You can have your legs down long or knees up. You can let your knees fall in so you can relax a little bit better on those hips. We're going to start with a couple of regular pelvic floor breaths. Hand on belly and chest if you wish, or arms to the side. Close your eyes if you want. Inhale. Full ribcage expansion. Sorry, I exhaled already. Feel that ribcage expand to the floor. Relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, light squeeze. Feel that ribcage draw in. A couple more. And now relax, lengthen, loosen. And exhale, light squeeze. Trying not to get any other muscles besides just that pelvic floor in the picture. Remembering that we have three holes down there, right? So you can be thinking about contracting, pulling internally, sucking, pulling, squeezing on any of them. But not engaging too much with the glutes or the core. All right, ready for that quick squeeze? So nice big inhale in. Feel that relax, release the pelvic floor, and exhale, squeeze, relax. Squeeze, relax. Squeeze, relax. Two more, squeeze, relax, and squeeze, relax. Awesome. Let's do it one more time. First, big inhale. Release, relax pelvic floor, and squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Two more. Squeeze. Relax. Last one. Squeeze. And relax. Of course, as always, if you feel like you're not getting enough time to relax in between those squeezes, if I'm going too fast for you, slow those down. Squeeze quick. Then make sure you fully relax before you squeeze again. I don't want you just squeezing. And now we're going to roll over onto our sides for an open book. Get cozy. Head down, hip stacked, knee stacked, ankle stacked, hands stacked. Inhale. Big twist open. And exhale, bring it back over. If you want to do this with a squeeze, you can. And relax, you can. So inhaling, relax. Exhale, light squeeze. Or don't worry about it. I don't know how many that was. I'm making a lot of moans because this feels good. And again, being aware that if your knees slide and your hip slides, you'll be able to open up farther. But you're doing more of a chest stretch there than you are like a spine twist. So you'll feel it a little bit differently. But neither is necessarily wrong. Maybe check in and just be aware. Are you slipping your hip? Are you able to leave it open? Relaxing other side. Inhale, twist open. Exhale back down. Usually if I'm being mindful of keeping my knee stacked and my hips stacked, not letting it slip back, I can't go quite as far, which makes sense. The spine isn't meant to twist too terribly far. I mean, we need it to. We want it to be mobile, of course. But with square hips, it's going to have its limits. Spinal mobility is so important, especially when we do all that front loading with babies, right? Here, stiff. Fixing it up. All right. We are going to actually stay on the ground, but I got to grab my resistance band. So grab yourself a band, come back down, to the floor. Knees up, double or single, depending on how tight your band is. It is going to be a little bit easier laying on the ground because you have the support of the ground as opposed to standing where you're just free falling. And we're going to do a band tear apart to our chest. So pulling the wrists out, keeping those arms straight, trying to get it all the way down until our forearms or our hands touch the ground. Pulling our shoulder blades together into the floor. And I'm pulling right to that sternum level. 6. I don't actually know how many that was. 8, 10, 10 to 12 is our normal warm-up count, and other things too. Keeping that band, we're going to do a bent over, good morning, and a row. So go ahead and step on your band. Stand up, shoulders back and down, hip hinge. Yes, that's right. Or that good backside action. Yikes. Making sure I'm that vertical shin, straight back, no tension in my neck, and down, pause. Stay here, feel that hamstrings turn on, and stay on, and I'm gonna row, 90-degree angle in my arms, keeping my head and neck neutral. Yeah. Oh, yes. All right. Step out of there. One more for warm up before we repeat. A curtsy squat. So it's kind of like a really tight lunge. You're going to step one leg back behind the other, getting that knee as close to your heel as possible without having the weight come off of that heel, and then back up. So alternating sides, keeping it tight. I don't want you to go way out here. I want you to be like behind. So usually with a lunge, I say no tightrope walking, but this one's okay, as long as we're not putting weight on that front toe. If you need to do this supported, go ahead and grab yourself something to hold on to that's sturdy, or you need to just do some air squats instead, that's fine. Last one for me. There we go, back to my band. To the floor for tear parts. I keep thinking my microphone is off, so sorry if I keep looking at it. Can't see the green light. You know what? I think I need to hold a little tighter. Oh, that's better. Now we need to do 2 of them. Whee! And up. Keeping my band. Hip hinge, vertical shins. Feel those glutes and hamstrings. Don't be here. Be there. Pause. Pull. Shoulder blades together behind me. Try not to bounce around. And awesome. Crazy squats. Chin to warm up. Behind the hip. Working on my balance. Arms out. Eee. And one more each side. I don't know which side I started on actually. That felt good. Yes. Okay. Day 15 warm-up is done. For our 12 minutes continuous rounds, yes, we are still on that for a few more days. Crazy, right? Something to step up on. I would like to challenge you to either have weight or a higher height than we have in past days where we've done step-ups. we're going to be doing the side variety. So I doubled my weights, so it's here to here. So I'm going to be going higher, and I might even add a weight. I'll definitely show you what that looks like. So something to step up, nice and sturdy. Stools work, stairs work, boxes, coolers. Coolers are great. And then option to have something to sit on if you want support for a goblet squat. And then a weight, medium or heavy for those goblet squats. And then medium or light set of weights that is it. Yeah. I don't actually need the hip circle that's here, so it threw me off. No hip circle. Okay, that is it. Let's get going here in 3, 2, 1. We're going. Starting with some goblet squats. We're doing these a little bit differently as we are going to be doing this on a count. You can do this freestanding or to a target. I'll do both for you here to start. We're only doing like 5, maybe max 8 of these because we're doing it on a count. So we're going to go down for 1, 2, 3, elbows up high, nice tight chest, hold for 3 at the bottom, and power drive up, down again. 1, 2, 3, pause at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, power up. Last one, and then I'll show you the target. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, power drive up. So if I'm going to a target, I am sitting back and down, so I know I'm getting good depth. I have something to tap. 2, 3. I'm not sitting like this. I'm just holding that tap, feeling it for 3 and up. So when I come down, I have that little bit of contact. Pause. 2, 3, and up. One more here. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 2, 3, and power drive up. Remembering when I come up that I'm not overextending my hips. That's a bad habit I tend to do. Please don't follow me in doing that. There we go. 3 seconds down, 3-second hold, quick power drive up. Now I'm going to the ground with my light to medium weights for a bird dog row. A couple of ways you can do this. One is a little bit more brain use than the other. First being, I'm just staying on all fours, holding onto those weights, one on each hand. So I am putting pressure on them, and I am rowing into my hip, alternating sides, trying really hard not to move my hips as I row. If this, for some reason, doesn't feel comfortable for you to hold, wrists or otherwise, you can do a single one in the center, and you are rowing and alternating sides, being mindful not to pull here, but to pull back towards my hip as I row. And then you can do it as the bird dog row. So we're going to row and extend that back leg out. So opposite arm extends as I pull. Fat in the belly, rib in the head, kind of situation. 10 to 12 total of these. I've chatted a lot. Don't know if I did that many, but hopefully you did. And we'll have another chance, of course, to come back to them. A few more things I have to say about that, but I'll wait till the next one. And side step up. So again, we can vary this from the last time we did it by having something higher, stepping farther in, so I have a longer way to step, holding weights, or going for speed. Any of those are an option. Just making sure I'm standing all the way up at the top. I don't want you to stay scrunched down here. Stay upright. Both feet come up. Both feet go down. Na, 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 na. And switch. That was an awkward spin. Oop. Down. Oop. Trying to step a little bit farther so I can get a little bit more lateral step going on. Nice big lateral step for me. Depending on your object that you're stepping on, you may or may not have that option, right? I wasn't counting. Back on the ground, our 4th exercise in today's workout series is a floor press. Option to do this in a glute bridge hold. So regardless of the glute bridge hold for my floor press, I want my elbows at like a 45-degree angle so that the weight is more at my sternum, not up by my chin or chest, and my elbows are locked out, pressing straight up, resting my elbows and my forearms back on the ground. There's my floor press. Again, I'm kind of pulling the shoulder blades into the ground and using my mid back to press, right? I'm not way up here. Gee! Out on the glute bridge for a little extra core love. Making sure I'm not splaying my knees out when I do that, but keeping them pulled towards each other. 10 to 12 floor press. And then I can come back to my goblet squat on the count. 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Don't cheat those seconds. Also, if I'm acting tired, it's because I am. This is the third time I've had to record this workout so far. So, just a little bit of complaint there. But I got it. We can do it. All good. Lots and lots of goblet squats for me today. 1, 2, 3, pause. 2, 3, up. Back down. 1, 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, and up. Remember that your holding might be up here, might not be very low, might be lower than mine, but stop at a spot where you feel like that core is stable, the knees are out, you're keeping good form in general, weight in your midfoot, all that good stuff. I wasn't counting, sorry. 1, 2, 3, pause, and up. One more. So here, maybe your pause is here. Maybe your target is higher than mine. Or lower. Again, find that range, keeping that good form. And bird dog rows. Did not say this last time, but remembering when we're putting our foot back as we row, that we're not overextending, we're not jerking it back, we're just lightly lifting it, just enough to turn that core and that glute on. Woo! That was not controlled. And as I pull here, I'm not pulling that neck. I'm pulling back here, keeping that tension out. Hold on my weights. I'm going to do my step ups with weight again on this round. Maybe a little bit tighter of a step. Maybe I'll try to go a little bit faster this time. Looking ahead. If I feel safe and secure as what I'm stepping up on, I don't have to look down the whole time. It's good to look forward. Keeps my neutral stacking better, as long as I don't miss my target. Seven. Work. Good, keeping these weights again. For my floor press. If you have lighter, medium, heavy, you can always be playing around with what weights you want to use, by the way. It doesn't have to be the same one the whole time. All right, hips up, keep them there, shooting my shoulders, squeeze those knees towards each other. Again, using my mid back here, crossing at that sternum. And 12. Back my squats. 1, 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, power up. 1, 2, 3, hips backing down so my weight stays my midfoot. I'm not on my toes. As I come up, I don't push the hips too far forward. That wasn't very long. Pause at the bottom with it. 1, 2, 3. That's better. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Hold. And up. Yeah. I'll be ready to be done with those after this third recording. All right. On all fours. Here is what it looks like if I only have one weight, or if it bugs your wrists or doesn't feel secure for you. light lift. Keep those lower abs on. Feel that mid back. Yes. I'll do my step ups without weight this time. Stepping farther into my target. Oh, that was a good transition there. Feeling good about that one. Squeaky toes. Just under 2 minutes left. See if I can make it through another full round. Well, I guess I'm at the end of this round, huh? We will see. Feet shoulder width. Roll the shoulders back. Here we go. Keep those hips up. I'll do all my gobbles to a target. Hoping this is my last set of these. 1, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, up. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Don't hold your breath the whole time. Yee! That was enough. Donezo with those. Yeah. Row, no leg this time. Ooh, just bumped my hip though. Ooh. And taking my weights, getting a few extra step ups before my time goes off. Didn't quite get even that time. That's all right. Done. Good work. All right. Taking my breath. Getting my water. Glad I have it here this time. Yay. And moving these weights out of the way. We do not need them for our bonus. But we will come back down to the ground, and true to my strength training likes philosophy? No. I don't know. We're doing more glute bridge though. Core and backside. Love it. We're not just going to do our traditional glute bridge here though. No. We're adding a little something. I want us to feel our hamstrings a little bit more today, which means we're going to stagger on our heel. So that one foot is going to go out at more of a 20-degree angle, not the 90, but like a 20 on my heel. And my other one's going to stay how it regularly is at that 90-ish. And when I come up, I want to press most of my weight, like over 50% of my weight, into that staggered heel. So if we're doing this on the breath, it's going to be an inhale at the bottom. Relax pelvic floor. Exhale, light squeeze. Press into that heel. Keep the squeeze all the way back down and heel again. That was 6. I think that's plenty. Oh, let that leg rest for a second. And other side. So again, 90 on my heel. Other leg is, 20, 120, 90. So the other leg is going to be pushing into the heel. Over 50% of my weight's going to go there. As I exhale, squeeze, press up, and back. Keeping tabs on my neck and shoulders, making sure I'm squeezing those shoulder blades into the ground. Using that as my stability as opposed to my neck. One more on this side. Yes. Then we're going to come into reclined butterfly in between our sets. We are doing 2 sets. That was the first one. So let those knees fall open, bottoms of the feet touch. Feel that nice stretch across the groin, on our thighs, on our hips in general. Hopefully this is relaxing. If it's too tight and uncomfortable, then don't do it. You can do windshield wipers instead, which are another one of my favorites. All right, find your transverse abs. So hip bones, right inside them, that cushy part, and then think about contracting that so that it becomes harder. Get your fingers and squeeze those knees back to center. Just making sure those guys are firing and helping them as we not just use our hip flexors, bring those knees back up. And back for a stagger. Number 2, 120 degrees, shoulders into the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Press most of the weight into that heel. Keep that pelvic floor squeeze all the way down. Last one on the side. And swap. Press that heel down. You should hopefully be feeling that hamstring working a little bit harder. Last one. Oh, awesome. And now we'll get the lovely windshield wipers. Cactus those arms out to the side. Let those knees fall. Back and forth. Now I get a chance to kind of slow down. So thank you, body, for showing up and being here, supporting me today. Might sound silly, especially to say it out loud, but I mean it. It's wonderful. I need to thank this body of mine more often for doing what it does, for being resilient. Pretty amazing. Okay, stretch time. We are going to come up to a 90-90, getting in those hips again. Feels like I do this a lot. It's because I do. Because I need it. Because those hips are tight. All right, trying to keep as best of a 90-degree angle. I have a little bit less than that. But that's okay. Squaring my shoulders to my front shin. I'll lightly rest my fingers back if I need to, depending on what kind of space I need for my hips or how tight I'm feeling. Back against the wall, of course, is an option. And if it's okay for you, go ahead and lean forward. See what that feels like. Take a couple of deep breaths there. Really focus on relaxing that hip. And bring it up, scare to the front. Get that angle. And other side. Tight side for me. Relax, hip, relax. All right, squaring that front shin, getting that knee down. Maybe I'm here to start. Maybe I stay here. Maybe I lean. And bring it up forward. This is the one I need to work on. I think it's getting better. Awesome. Love it. We're going to do a seated twist now. So, both legs forward, give them a little shake. One leg can go across the other. Keep it here if you need some more space for bellies and hip openings. Otherwise, cross it as tight as you maybe can and feel comfortable, I should say, bringing it up. But either way, we're going to go, so opposite arm behind you and reach over, twist, press against that leg to get that back twist. Look over the shoulders. You're getting that extra little neck stretch down right here. And this might look like this. So if you have the knee out, you might just be grabbing it and pulling here, but getting a nice spinal twist and neck stretch. Back to center. Let's switch sides. Shake it out a second. Bring the other one across as far as you feel comfortable. Arm behind. Push as you lightly twist that. Spine and neck. Relax here. Again, might look like this. And back to center. We're going to make our way through all fours to a down dog. So tuck our toes under, hips up and back. Ooh, readjust however you need to try to be able to get a straight line from your wrists to your hips. Fingers spread nice and wide. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Do a little extra calf stretch here if you want by pedaling and pushing your heels down. And then walk hands to feet or feet to hands. Make them a little more narrow stance. And hang the head, get a little sway side to side. Roll on up. Big reach to the ceiling. Roll those wrists. I don't know what that was, but thanks for being here. See you again soon.